One thing on my mind all the time is you and I. Reminds me of the past when we had the best of times. Never thought that we would end up like this. Now I'm singing verses all about it. It's hard for me to keep moving on, so I wrote another song about you.
Big thanks to Audimee for sponsoring this video series and allowing us full access to their platform so that we can uncover all of their features and what they have to offer. So if you want to go ahead and give them a try or simply follow along, make sure you hit the link I provided down in the description, as it also supports me as a content creator. So without further ado, let's jump right in. And so Audimee essentially is a voice-to-voice conversion platform. They also have many other features, but today we're going to focus on converting vocals. And they have over 130 different voice models across different genres and styles, where you can choose from different things like male and female, different pitch ranges or tonalities. And underneath the tags, you can see that they've sorted different voice models underneath different genres as well. So I actually have a session pulled up here with one of my verses that I've recorded, and let's just take a listen to it real quick.
The one thing on my mind all the time is you and I. Reminds me of the past when we had the best of times. Never thought that we would end up like this. Now I'm singing verses all about it. It's hard for me to keep moving on, so I wrote another song about you.
And so that's just my lazy monotone way of recording vocals. But again, this is just what I do from time to time when I'm producing records or making beats. I like to lay my concepts down over top. And so it would be nice to hear something different or even something better than my own vocal to pitch this idea to someone else. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take my vocal, man. We're just going to bounce it down solo or a cappella. And one good tip when using Audimee is to bounce them down without using any reverbs or delay or really any plugins, because it really does help not impede those voice models to mimic what your voice is doing. And so that's what we're going to do real quick. Let's go ahead and bounce that down. Let's go back to Audimee. Let's open up our session folder. Let's grab our vocal, and now it's just drag and drop. And so again, here's the raw vocal we imported.
The one thing on my mind.
And so now we just go over to switch voice, where we can audition many different voices that we can choose from to replace our vocal. And I'm going to go to male, and let's go to R&B. And as you can see, I kind of have a few of these already liked. And so let's just listen to these three that I have.
You're still here in the pause between my words. Baby, you should let me love you, love you, love you. I never met you, but I wanted to invite you to the party, and you walked in.
I really like Jordan's vocal. I think his tone will really match what I'm trying to achieve. And so let's select him. You can see that selection show up on the right. And now we can go down. We can actually make a lot of different changes if we wanted to, where we can change the pitch or set the key, shift the semitones, but we're just gonna leave it as is for now. And all we have to do now is just hit convert. So now it's done, and all we have to do is hit download, and we can just drag and drop this right into our Pro Tools session. So let's make a new track for that. Drag and drop. And bam. So now let's hear what that vocal sounds like in our track.
The one thing on my mind all the time is you and I. Reminds me of the past when we had the best of times. Never thought that we would end up like this. Now I'm singing verses all about it. It's hard for me to keep moving on, so I wrote another song about you.
Yo, now that's pretty crazy, man. And here's one thing that I noticed about Audimee's technology that I love is that it actually preserves a lot of your original take that you import. And so just those nuances, those inflections, how you say the words, those dynamics, Audimee does a really good job of just that type of preservation. And I think that's really important, and something that I actually am an ambassador for, that I advocate for, is the preservation method of using these tools in our music. Because a lot of what we express, as human beings, I like to make sure that those things are preserved, even if it's going or being ran through a tool somehow. Um, just those nuances really stood out to me, man. So I don't know if you caught that, but I'll play it again just so you can hear it.
The one thing on my mind all the time is you and I. Reminds me of the past when we had the best of times. Never thought that we would end up like this. Now I'm singing verses all about it. It's hard for me to keep moving on, so I wrote another song about you.
You see what I'm saying? It definitely kind of preserved that thing that I wanted to get across when I did the take. And again, I consider myself more of a producer than a singer, of course, but this is definitely a method I would use to present these ideas this way. So it definitely sounds good. And now what I would do is begin to mix that vocal into my session. And so I can pull up some of these things that I kind of already have preset. Let's take a listen again.
The one thing on my mind all the time is you and I. Reminds me of the past when we had the best of times. Never thought that we would end up like this. Now I'm singing verses all about it. It's hard for me to keep moving on, so I wrote another song about you.
And so you can really start just adding your colors and everything around it. But that's why it's important when you're using Audimee to make sure that you're bouncing your files into Audimee dry without your effects. You can always add them later. And another thing I wanted to point out in Audimee is that if you do have a vocal that already has like an instrumental or some background vocals, effects, and noise, you can actually remove those things or isolate those things within Audimee as well, which is a great touch. And so now let's try something different. As we gotten kind of like our lead vocal together, we can actually go down and let's play around with the pitch shift here, where we can kind of set this up to maybe like 5 semitones, add like a harmony note. And I'm going to get more into the harmony side, which they actually have here, make harmonies within their platform, in the next video. But again, this is just kind of like a quick way of being able to add a harmony note to your lead vocal. And we'll set that at 5 semitones. Let's switch the voice to a female this time. And let's just go with Haley right off the bat. Let's hit convert. All right, so that's done. And let's download it and import this right back into our session as well. Drag and drop. And now we have that in our session. And let's just take a listen real quick.
The one thing on my mind all the time is you and I. Reminds me of the past when we had the best of times. Never thought that we would end up like this. Now I'm singing verses all about it. It's hard for me to keep moving on, so I wrote another song about you.
That's really fun, man, to do these kinds of things. I think one thing about Audimee is that you can have a lot of fun creating vocal textures. Even if you kept your original vocal in your session and that's what you wanted to keep, you can create this universe around your vocals with more harmonies, just different variations of vocal tones. And if you're creating kind of like a choir effect, we're going to really get into that, like I said, in the next video. But this is just the beginning of understanding all of the things that they have to offer in terms of just honing in on to, that vocal color and that vocal quality that you want in your sessions. And I've been using their platform for quite some time now. And another thing I'll say about them is that they really do have a more organic approach to how they develop their tool and how they want to serve the music community. They really don't intend on getting in the way, more so than just really there to help us get out these ideas. And so in the next video, we're going to go over how to use their Create Harmonies feature and walk through all the different variations that we can choose from. And so go ahead and give Audimee a try today. Use the link that I provided down in the description. Make sure you stay notified, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.